Yeah, Blondie. Blondie
She
the
hated
cow.
men.
Yep.
And I can't blame her. Did you ever hear anything about what's his name, Don Gates,
Yes.
and what he did to animals out there? His wife caught him with the
And his bestiality.
sheep.
With the sheep.
I think it was a sheep. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was with the sheep.
She was my librarian in school, and that was her
And
husband.
boy, she didn't give a damn. She told everybody at school and everybody else around the country.
Good for
Boy,
her.
she divorced him right away. Yeah, filthy son of a. I'm surprised he didn't end up in jail.
Is that where Blondie came from?
No, but I tell you what, he might have tried. I don't know, whatever it was. But another thing was that the cow, I guess, was given to them or something. And I don't know, there must have been some kind of a fight between him and her. Because she was laying in the water. It wasn't a creek. It was very little water, but it was still enough to drown somebody or animal or whatever. It was quite a bit basically. And anyway, she had fell there, and he was all mad at her and everything, and so he gave the cow to us. He said, if you want that son of a bitch, you have. Well, the only thing I didn't like about her, she had this humongous bag and humongous tits. Oh my God, I could hardly get my hands around one.
And you've got fairly decent sized hands for a woman.
And she'd fill a whole, those galvanized tub.
Yeah.
She would fill one of those.
Wow. And she was just a Jersey.
Huh?
And she was a Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name was Blondie. Oh, she was a wonderful cow. I never had to put any, what do you call it, around her feet to keep her from kicking. But Jim, I'd have her there in this little barn and in her little stall, and she was eating her grain, and I'm a milking away, and everything's going along fine. And she'd turn around like that, and then her hip, I could see that hip she was going to kick me.
It'd start quivering.
Because she turned around, she seen Jim heading towards the barn. I said, Jim, get the hell away from here. She's going to kick me. Sure as hell. So as soon as he turned around and left, and she calmed down, everything was fine.
Yeah.
But she hated men. Oh, God, she hated them bad. I mean, other than that, she would get along fine with Jim, and, but he had to hog tie her hind legs if he was going to milk her. And so another time, oh yeah, when Jim had got hurt and ended up in the hospital, I think that was when he screwed up his elbow. The chainsaw hit there, and the Widowmaker almost got him. But anyway, then that was when the Widowmaker just about got him, didn't it? Then he ended up in the hospital down there, and Dora Fraser, she didn't like men, so even Walt was not able to milk that cow.
Right.
And Dora, when I had to go down to the hospital with Jim, I said, the cow's got to be milked. I said, Dora, can you milk? Hell no, I'm going to milk that goddamn, she cussed like a truck driver. And almost as bad anyway.
And this is in the late
She was one heck
60s.
of a person. Oh, I just thought the world and all of her. But anyway, she said, yeah, she'd go ahead and do it. So she never had to hog tie her hind legs either. She'd go ahead and talk to her and calm down and give her food and stuff, and she'd go ahead and milk. Everything was fine. And the wolf knew that he better not come around the barn or nothing. So then that was that one milking that I needed her to do that. That was an evening milk. So there was no problem with that. But when I came home, you know, then I'd go ahead and take off and do that. And then there was one other time that I had her, well, he was still in the hospital down there. And that was when, yeah, that's when he mashed his elbow. You know, that was why he couldn't, it was kind of he could move it just about like that, remember?
Yeah.
And, what was that?
My phone. Or just ignore it.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, yeah, there was those 2 times, I don't know, 2 or 3 times that she milked, and Blondie wouldn't kick her. But there better not be a guy come around.
Well, no. Not after
So
she
I don't
couldn't-
know, something had happened with Dawn Gates, because she almost drowned it in that little bit of water that she's found laying down. And that's why he said, here, take that if you want her, take her.
Animal abuser.
And so she was just doing absolutely fine.
Well, I'm glad you guys rescued her, because I think of that as a rescue. I think of that as a animal rescue.
Yeah. And you know, I think that's another reason why she and I got along so well. She knew that I actually rescued her
Yeah.
from that son of a gun. And so she was always real good with me. She never kicked me.
She gave you fair warning, though.
Unless Jim or some guy started coming out there, and boy, that hind leg would start jerking just a little bit. I'd tell him, hey, you get the hell away. So as soon as they were out of sight, she'd calm right down, and I could finish milking her.